Ready for round two?
Yes. Is this okay for me to sit over here? Okay. Yeah.
You can set this table here if you want to.
Oh, is that okay? Okay. Sure.
Scott. I never touched it. I don't know what happened. We usually meet this workshop with Grant Works every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks? Okay.
Might be something you'd be interested in zooming in with.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's projects going on.
So we should be, would you want us on those every 2 weeks going forward?
We'll ask the court when it gets
Okay,
here. but
okay.
it might
No
be.
problem.
Yes.
We're recording.
Are we recording? I'll be quiet then.
Not me.
He is here. What we're gonna ask you today.
Well, they know where we're at with Trump. We're doing that. This is on your project.
I think I'm gonna put mine on hold till we see what this is gonna come.
Yeah.
Oh, my
We'll
gosh.
probably ask them about having tried to, you know, every 2 weeks too, just.
Yeah, I don't know if you want, they want to, it'd be good, yeah.
Okay.
Probably more of a week or 2 weeks.
Sure. Oh, that's 11:03.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. We're good.
11:03.
Okay, then I call Van Zandt County Workshop to order February the 2nd, 2022 at 11:03 a.m. with quorum is established of the Commissioners Court with the exception of Commissioner Pearson. He's not going to be present with us, but we still have a quorum. No public comment, Scott. And item number 3, Grant Works Projects Workshop. Mr. Bass, would you like to update us?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so I know I was worked pretty hard with Barry back and forth, meeting with him to get that contract in order, and also met with him and our environmental team to get on the same page regarding the permits. And we got that contract over yesterday.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to get the door closed in here where we can hear you.
Oh, okay. No worries. But yeah, I take it the Commissioners Court has executed that contract, if I'm assuming correctly.
Yes,
We
have.
voted on it today.
Okay.
Thank you for your diligence in working with Mr. Black and getting that accomplished. and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Glad we could get it done before the Commissioners Court today. Yeah, so that's we're proceeding with that in the right direction. Great conversations with Barry, and I look forward to working with him going forward to get these towers erected. The additional projects that are in progress, I tried to get with Karen last week to start on the RFP for the file conversion project, but she was out last week, so I'm attempting to get her scheduled to get with her this week to start in on that. Once we get that proposal put together, we'll probably put a deadline of 2 weeks on it for the bid proposals to come in. So it'll be probably a 2-week turnaround after we get that proposal put together. I know there's already one, Co-File is already champing at the bit to win this business, and by all means, it can be awarded to them if Van Zandt determines that they're the best vendor for the project. But we do need to go through this RFP process that will also ensure that we can get the right contract, ARPA compliant contract in place with them. So I'll be working with Karen here, hopefully this week or early next week, to start to put that proposal together. Additionally, I was been emailing with Scott Slatton about his cybersecurity purchase. I was I was getting him to get to obviously solicit the HUBs, the historically underutilized businesses, and he had a few follow-up questions from them regarding if there was any further scope of what he was looking for, which there was not. So I just asked him to tell them that there's no further scope details and to just give them a deadline of mid next Wednesday, which Wednesday or Tuesday next week, which would be 7 days, so that we can move forward with that purchase of the cybersecurity software. I have a vendor that I forgot their name, but they're registered with sam.gov. So if there's no other, I know we have other quotes also. So if there's we don't get any quotes from this HUBs, Scott can go ahead and pull the trigger on purchasing that cybersecurity software next week. But that's just some lingering issues with that procurement we're doing there. That's my update on the 3 projects. Three projects that we have in the works. I also worked with Sandy last week to get the project and expenditure report submitted, which was due on Monday. We submitted it on Friday last week, so we're good to go in that department. There haven't been any, there weren't any obligations outside of the grant works obligations that we entered in there as of that date. The report was to submit any obligations that had been incurred from March 31st, so March 3rd, 2021 to December 2021. So between that time period, there was no contracts entered into between Van Zandt and any vendors or any services. So we just put the grant works fee in there. That report is due at the end of every quarter for you guys, since you do have an allocation above $10 million, so that Van Zandt falls into the category of communities that need to submit the report on a quarterly basis. And I'll just be working with Sandy every quarter to get that report submitted. But that's pretty much all I have for today in terms of an update and where we are with the projects that are moving and the report.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions of Mr. Bass? Any questions? Mr. Black here. Do you have any questions?
I don't this time.
Okay. Any questions, Sam? Everybody's good? Well, thank you, Mr. Bass. That was pretty sweet.
Sweet and easy.
Yeah, pretty easy.
I did think of one thing. Hey, William, this is Barry.
Hey, Barry.
Hey, I think you were working on getting that FANE number on the.
Yeah. I think I found that on usaspending.gov. I can send that over to you today. In terms of the clarification, I know that references, you're thinking about the ARP terms and conditions where it says you must publish the FANE number. I received feedback from Director Joe Lamert, my director, and she mentioned that GrantWorks isn't interpreting that language in terms of, it mentions for any publications funded by ARPA funds. And so you wouldn't, I can provide that phone number to you, but you guys would not need to publish that if you have, if a trot has like a publication or a newsletter or stuff like that. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, for instance, when we release the first RFP or even the first report for the needs assessment study, which is phase 1, that wording doesn't need to be included at the top of that document?
the wording needs to be included, but that's not,
Okay.
that's not how they're not interpreting it as, in terms of if Trot was publishing some newsletter, or I'm not sure what other publications you guys would produce, but that language would need to be in there.
Okay.
But in terms of you guys, a newsletter or some sort of thing, magazine that Trot might have, you would not need to publish the thing number. But I'll nevertheless, I'll provide you the thing number.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Any other questions? You have any, Scott?
No.
You good? Sandy, you clear? Commissioner's clear? Thank you, Mr. Bass. Thank you for meeting with us. We'll see
Absolutely.
you 2 weeks from now.
All right, sounds good. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Is there anything we need to discuss? I think it's moving. Anything from commissioners?
Would y'all like Mr. Black to join this meeting via Zoom every 2 weeks, just for the status and updates?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a problem with it.
It's open to the public
Yeah.
anyway, so
Okay.
yeah, you can just check in if you want.
Yeah, he'll give you how to get it.
Okay, that'd probably be good, because I know at some point in time, we're gonna have to do some reporting through GrantWorks and all because of the grant funds. And so I think it'd be a good opportunity for them to know either something's coming or it's in their court and, it needs to be approved, or,
Right.
whatever the case may be there. So yeah, we're happy to join. It'll probably
Okay.
just be either myself or Keith Witt. We're both working on this project. We always assign 2 engineers to projects because we have other projects, but we want to make sure there's always one person that's available for you guys anytime you call or need us. So one of us will be on this.
Okay. Well, you're happy to just Scott can get you hooked up with it.
Yeah. Okay.
He can get you hooked up. You can join by Zoom wherever you're at.
That's great. Do you just need an email address?
Or just send it to mine, slayton@vanzantcounty.org, SSLATON.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner West, second by Commissioner Melton. We all in favor say aye. We're adjourned.